HeyKorangz, so welcome back to part 2 of kita yang story.
Tengah panas-panas ni kan. Yeah, so before diorang stop, diorang buat PPO and the paper yang tu. But before I move on to that, I just nak ask, kan that time when your family dah move kan, and then he stay on his, dia tinggal mana time tu? Is it dengan kawan dia ke macam mana?
So he stayed in a rental house that was owned with him and his wife lah.
The
second wife.
Second wife.
Okay.
Which she also had like a kid also with that second wife.
Oh, so first satu anak, then the second next satu anak. Okay.
Then macam cause both is divorced now, right? So is he paying the child support ke atau?
No, daddy's paying.
Can you imagine for someone who's at that certain age and is not paying for child support and stuff like that? For anything.
At this point of time dulu, you tak payah tanya siapa bayar dulu.
Oh my god. Aduh, macam stress. Actually tengah headache tau, because like I cannot imagine.
Yes.
What the heck? Like, but macam is the second and first wife still in contact with him ke? Like,
Atau the family or you all still?
I mean, his anak is still there.
I think my parents are in contact with both the wives because of the child support. Yeah, so that's why.
Okay.
My mom sentimental lah dengan cucu dia.
Yalah, of course lah, cucu dia.
Cucu dia. So she wants to know how they are.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my god.
But him in contact with them,
I think concurrently when we were applying the PPO for her, we also found out because you can search. You can search the cases that are being held at state courts via the website. So this is
at the website.
At the website, state courts
website lah. So you can see what this person is going in for. I mean, like what this person is going to court for. So apparently he has
you can search itu, like Siti Nurashikin
versus Gina Kazali gitu.
No result.
See what is it about
and
the
who
cases
versus who.
Okay. Even if it's past, right, they tell you what happened.
Yes.
You can see the result lah.
I see. So when you search your brother name,
we saw that he had a case
with her lah, the first wife.
the first wife.
Yeah, even though it's been quite some time actually. I think 10 over years already. Yeah, more than that lah, maybe about 20 years actually.
Oh, so you all saw the case.
Yeah, so apparently around the same time that he was being
harassing us, he was also harassing her.
Aduh, kesiannya. Even the child also kan, because she was already dah give birth dah.
This was the kid is probably grown already by now.
Teenagers, now.
Oh my god, he has a teenage son.
A girl, teenage daughter.
Teenage daughter.
Both.
Oh my god. But macam like did the ex-wife macam find out something wrong with him ke, then decide to divorce or?
So the ex-wife, similar to all of us, physical abuse last time was quite heavy, right? So even when she was heavily pregnant with him, he would still beat the shit out of her. So I think maybe she wanted him to change. She wanted to see whether giving birth to his daughter, something will change.
A girl kan, a baby girl, right? So pure and fresh.
Geram aku dengar.
But it didn't lah. Yeah, it didn't change him. So I think like maybe 1 or 2 weeks after she gave birth to him, we heard a loud cry, and then the next day she was gone.
Can you imagine like macam you're at the age whereby not only did you pukul your adik, 2 girls this one, and then parents also, your mom and your dad also kena dibantai, and then a heavily pregnant wife of yours also, you just...
And she would always use her body as a shield for us.
When the first wife was staying with you guys lah.
Even though she was pregnant or what.
She will always stand up for us. Yeah. That's why we started to voice out, call police, try to get help lah.
I see. So when you guys were applying the PPO, itu semua like macam how did it go about,
Okay, so first we didn't know what to do, so we straight went down to state court.
Okay.
Yeah, so we straight went down to state court, and then we took a queue number, need to wait for a while. Then we realised that we were waiting at the wrong place.
Okay.
No, they're not very friendly macam what to do, macam it's not a state court lah, family court lah. Family court, so they're not very friendly. Macam, where do we go? What to do? What is the process?
Actually, the whole process felt like it was an interrogation for us.
Macam kita yang bersalah.
Faham.
Yeah, so macam it didn't it was very hostile. It wasn't very, oh, you went through so
You
much.
really want to see where is your evidence. You really have to have concrete evidence of abuse for you to file it in the first place.
Wait, the most important thing why this PPO also wasn't done earlier also is because for a PPO to be filed, you need IC number. Okay? So he is very smart. Anything about him, right, he will remove his IC number, his name. So kita tak boleh
Track down the
track
IC
down
number.
atau check in the record ke apa. I don't know. He's just smart that way.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't have his IC number. I cannot file anything. I didn't know that. Okay. So when we went down to court, they say you need the IC number. Okay. So I think I cari like pictures of the car rental lah, apalah. Then got IC number there. Then after that we managed to file lah. Yeah.
Okay.
So they will ask you to write a brief story. Macam dah berapa banyak years abuse, they ask us to write a brief story. Okay. So macam write a brief story of the series of events lah. And the things that you want to present the court. Okay. Then after that they will give you also not a hearing date. Apa date what was the first one? Like just come together.
Macam
Yes.
Even,
Whether you want to go through with it or not.
Oh, okay.
will your brother be present?
Yes.
Aduh.
Yeah. So I guess it's fair and not fair. Like every court proceeding, we will always be there, and he also need to be there, kan? And he always make it very difficult for us.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And Singapore court is super lenient, I tell you. Super lenient.
Reschedule, okay.
Yeah.
Even though we are there, reschedule.
Kita ambil cuti. She has children, right? I have to take care leave. Then my brother also. Like all of us were just there to support each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he won't come.
I understand.
He won't come. So they say, okay, never mind, reschedule. Or if he's an hour late, sometimes he's...
Yeah. He will call.
I'm late and stuff like that. And you guys have to tunggu lah.
Ya, tunggu 1 hour say, 1.5 hour. Court tak proceed because he's not there.
Okay.
Tak fair say.
So then, lepas tu, how long did it take for the PPO to be filed?
In total, I didn't even know that actually we can... okay, so PPO is Personal Protection Order. Okay? And then I didn't know that you can do a DEO as well. DEO is Domestic Exclusion Order. So, this one is PPO is to protect yourself. So, he cannot come anywhere near you. DEO is to protect your house.
Okay.
Yeah, so he cannot come in the house, which is very useful for me.
Yalah,
okay, because he will tend to stay where I'm not working, right? And not working, where I'm working night shift. So this is very useful. So I didn't even know. They were not helpful at all. So the only person who was helpful was the judge. I tell you, the judge is Chef Kiss.
Godson lah kira.
I guess he's a Malay guy. Yeah, he's a Malay guy. Yeah, he's a Malay guy. Yeah. Honestly, dia macam... So, my brother, dia macam... Throughout the whole court proceeding, it was a circus I tell you. He make it a circus
Your brother lah.
Yeah, my brother.
He cry lah, blah blah blah.
He was outside the court, tak nak masuk court because back pain, tak boleh jalan. Drama.
Hospitalization leave.
Okay. Then I think the only thing that made him come to court was the last part. Dia kena tangkap. What did he?
Okay, so basically the whole process for PPO and DO is about a year long. Okay, but it's also because we had a very unwilling and uncooperative participant. Okay, so that's why court always get rescheduled. But it's also a lot of work. Even the evidence that you need to present to court, everything you need to collate, you need to file, you need to have soft copy, hard copy, one for him, one for the judge, and one for yourself. Need to refer. So it's, if you really want to apply, you really need to
know what you're going in for lah. You need to be organised because the judge will also ask you, okay, what did happen here. Yeah, we had alhamdulillah a good judge lah that was very lenient towards us lah. And cause macam we didn't know when it's going to go down. So macam every time kita macam dah lose hope lah. Every time we go there macam dia reschedule ke tak datang. So macam we come unprepared lah. After the next few times kita come unprepared. The one day that we were really unprepared, dia ni tak ambil leave, my brother cannot come, terus that's it, that's the day that he can come. That is the day it's going down. Then I tak print the whole stack of evidence. I was like, oh okay, so he's coming, he's going doing. Yeah.
So then macam so now the DO and the PPO is really being applied. So has he tried to come to jumpa you guys ke?
Actually, the only reason that it was finalized was because he was strict to going to court. So he got caught. He went inside, right, for a period of time lah, about 7 to 8 months. So they did not let him know. So basically they told him that you are attending a court hearing. But they didn't let him know what court hearing. So when you're in jail, they will bring you to your appointments. You know. So they didn't let him know. So once he arrived at the family court, he was super pissed off.
Because he saw our face, then he know what is it for.
Like the fact that he saw that it was family court already, he was damn pissed off. He was like,
because he was in jail apa, so they just
but
bring
the previous time he was also in jail. He knew that the next day was the court date, right? He buat huru-hara, so he cannot attend court. You know, like normally when you buat huru-hara, they will put you somewhere else, right?
It's so funny So he did the day before and they never tell us. So we come to court. We come to court, all three of us. Ambil cuti and stuff like that. Wasted lah. And then they say, oh sorry, postpone.
Alah, dah beli emergency siang apa?
Say email ke text ke I say because it was last minute. Then the communications with the jail never communicate to the court. Then cannot communicate to us. So then kita macam wah, the amount of time, mental and emotional throughout this whole year to get that. Throughout this whole year, this one the new year last year. Wah, was really taxing. So you really need to bersabar. Really
especially
bersabar.
if the participant is a very macam
even when he was in shackles, when he came and see us, he was already super pissed off. He shouted and vulgarities, want to ajak fight with my husband all.
In court.
Speed.
Aduh, but once it's finalized, he never like macam kacau you guys ke apa semua
So
lah.
he was still inside after that. So he went back inside jail.
Okay.
And then maybe he came out about 3 months ago.
So far alhamdulillah no, haven't disturbed my house yet.
But he got message me.
When he come out. Then he messaged me via his email address. So I didn't know that was a thing. So I blocked lah. Because I blocked all his numbers already. So this is a new thing. Terus block lagi.
You know macam as we wrap up kita episode kan, what is a piece of advice you would give to
I also want to add one more thing.
Come.
So for me, they say that court counselling is mandatory for those applying PPO and DO. So do take note that when you want to like you can say no to the counselling. For me, I don't think it's fruitful anymore.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, because throughout the whole years, but the court will somehow make you think that hey, you need to do it,
Understand.
but you have a right to say no. Okay, and like you don't have to be cornered to saying that you want a counselling lah. So actually post court I think the information was lapsed also. So they like the social worker actually called me and say whether I want counselling because he already reached out and he said he wanted counselling. I said no, I don't want, and you can go and tell the court that I also don't want. So PPO and DO also sometimes got time.
Sometimes got time frame.
So
Then you need to reapply and reapply.
Mine is not. So it's short lifetime. So some PPOs and DOs is like 1 year, then they review. 2 years, then they review. You need to keep this in mind lah.
So this one is judge yang kasih.
Yes, correct. So judge will see the severity.
And alhamdulillah you get a lifetime punya lah.
Dia
You don't have
chaotic lah
to
kat. So good lah.
so
Then he
that's
show his true colours in
court semua
there.
lah.
And then that time you just now you said he yang apa surat yang dia post kat
the vulnerability.
that one how after that you all
So like we didn't even know what the Vulnerability Act is lah. So he pasted like when we serve him with the PPO, right, he actually served us with a Vulnerability Act back.
So basically we were abusing him. So he claimed to be a vulnerable person. But nothing fruitful came out of it lah because he had no evidence.
No evidence, and also he did not turn up for the hearing.
Dia yang file tu.
We came, but he didn't show up.
So actually this person can file a vulnerable act towards you if they are unable to protect themselves physically, mentally and disability lah. So that's what he's trying to say lah. He's physically and mentally disabled, so he cannot like care for himself, and we are doing this act towards him. So that's what he's trying to fight for.
Faham. So the PPO won't kena kat dia if he have this act against you.
And this Vulnerability Act, he said in court and I quote, the social worker asked him to file against us.
Oh my god. Without knowing the full context.
I don't know whether
But don't know whether the social worker suruh dia ke tak lah.
yeah, I don't know if that's the truth or what, right?
Yeah.
But this is what he said in court lah. Yeah, he filed that because the social worker asked him to file that against us.
Okay.
So that's why he filed. But anyways, he didn't come, so it got revoked lah. And when he wanted to reinstate, it cannot be reinstated because you need to go down through the whole process. And
Again,
then he went to jail.
And then now sekarang staying with your parents, right?
Yes.
Do you all still like talk about him atau yang macam rindu lah abang kau, you know, that kind of thing?
Not towards me lah, because they know that I. Yeah.
She has made her stance very clear many years ago lah. So they don't really talk to her about this kind of stuff. Anything to do with him lah. With me, yeah.
Adalah. They did.
I mean, they don't say they didn't do. They just say like,
They just tell what's the issue now. Always got a new problem kan.
always got new problem. So it's very taxing lah. You know,
Yeah, of course.
I am already 30. I have kids. You know, I want this chapter of our
To
life
be
to
over,
close.
yeah.
You know, but it's still happening. Even though we have that. I mean, one of the reasons why I moved from my old place to this place because he doesn't know my address.
Yeah, that's
Because
good.
previously he would just come. He would just come. He would wait under the block. You know, like my parents cannot come and visit me
Yeah.
without him being under the block. You know, like he's like loitering, or he would just put stuff outside my house
It is scary when you have kids semua.
to make it aware that he knows where I stay. So that's why we move. So even in court, when he found out that I moved, he was like, I want this address. I want her address. He keep asking.
Actually demanded the judge a couple of things also.
Boleh.
He say, if I lose, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that.
Boleh gitu dulu sampai minta
Tapi judge tak layan lah.
Yeah,
of course.
Tapi judge allowed him to talk trash for 3 hours. The whole morning session was him talking. I diam.
Oh, dia cakap whatever yang dia nak ni lah.
From birth, literally from birth sampai dia dewasa lah dia cerita kat court. I was just sitting there. Yes.
So whatever you guys are going through, kita macam tengah stress lah dengar this story. You
Yeah.
know, like we can imagine how someone had to
Macam
go through.
like usually you tengok atau tengok or dengar story ni from like the movies atau you know, cerita drama-drama, dia pula jahat siapa abang dia, you know.
Yeah.
But now kita dengar first hand from
a real life
movie.
experience,
Yeah.
and it's an ongoing thing because you don't know what's going to happen in the
Yes,
future.
you tak tahu
Kan?
sih.
Oh dear. But you know, macam what we want to ask is that what is a piece of advice you nak kasih to maybe those out there who's actually going through something similar in a sense, macam going through either form of physical or mental emotional abuse. You know, what's something that they can do to stand up for themselves.
Yeah, and takut nak apply for this, like what happened to you all that time.
I would say bersabar. I know it's a very, very vague and very hard thing to do.
Yes.
Bersabar. But when you have the opening, you will know. Macam kita. You will just know what to do and when to do. And you have outlets. You have people to talk to. Even though, like I say, the court was hostile. Like, I think also not many people know what to do in this situation.
Yeah, betul.
Yeah. Okay, so I hope that when we share this, that you can see where to go.
Yeah.
Okay, and if you do not know where to go, just go to the family court. Yeah, and ask questions. Don't be afraid. Nobody want to listen to you. Ask again.
Understand.
Yeah, and make yourself be heard.
If you are young, like us, when it started, go to your teachers.
Yeah,
Go to your teachers. Go to your teachers. Don't go. I mean, maybe not family members because we don't know how family will react to it.
Correct, yeah.
But go to your teachers. Go to your school counselor. This
They
is
can
why
try
they are there in school in the first
Yeah,
place.
betul.
So seek help from someone who can do something about it, who can take you out from the environment that you're in, or just basically someone else that is not in your family, and let this toxic cycle.
And and with you. And I guess there's never an age for you to start lah. Even if you are not of age to apply the PPO, at least someone knows that what you are going through and they can follow up with you.
Yeah, follow up with
Yeah,
you lah.
you can follow up and see how things goes. Like we didn't have that authority figure to tell us where to do, what to do.
Understand.
Yeah, so we brought this with us as we grow old.
Correct. Yeah. Because even like whatever that happened, your parents also cakap, no, don't tell anybody. When you keluar jalan raya, don't tell your saudara, don't tell. Yeah, that's why you all have been kept like that all the while. That's why you also tak tahu how to go
Macam mana nak
lepas tu.
go about this.
And also abuse comes in a lot of forms lah.
It does.
Yeah. So even
if it's your mother, your father, your uncle, this is our brother. But you, if you are listening to this and it's someone that is in your family, even it's maybe adik ni abang kan, maybe adik,
who knows?
adik kaki pukul, go for it, just go. They are not supposed to treat you like this. They are not supposed to pukul you. They are not supposed to ask you for money. You do not owe anyone money. Also, especially when you're working.
Correct.
You do not need to, macam mak bapak cakap, you kakak, you bagi adik duit and stuff like that. That's also not right.
Not obligated. And they are supposed to be family. They're supposed to be protecting us.
Protecting us. But you know, is it okay kalau if it's 10 minutes? Okay. I think with that kan, kita really urge kita yang listeners to, you know, take whatever advice you get from this episode. You know, we take the good from it, and we hope that, you know, this story give a form of relief for you both juga lah. I know it's a bit traumatic to ingat balik all the past situations, but we thank you because at least it shed a light on this kind of abuse that some of kita yang listeners might actually go through, and they at least know where they can go to seek for help lah.
Can I say something?
Can, of course.
I think this is something that we experience from being his sister. But we also need to remember that my parents were also abused during this whole period of time. So we cannot speak from their point of view, but his parents themselves enduring something like this for years, even at this age, I don't know how they feel, and we can see that our father's mental health is not great. So even more so, if you have a abusive family member that, and you can see that it's impacting your parents, you know, even more so that you should.
You can apply on behalf of your parents also, as long as your parents are willing to go through the court proceedings lah. You can do it.
We must protect our parents lah. We must also, you know, when older people lagi tak tahu apa nak buat, kita at least tech savvy, kita can Google. You know, orang tua lagi, they can easily be subjected to abuse, emotional blackmail. Look at what you know, to this extent. So, you know, even scam kat luar, orang tua selalu target kan. So,
betul.
Ni kena scam dengan anak sendiri. So, yalah, I mean, we should always speak up for our parents, you know, their mental health.
True.
Yeah, that's how they stay strong also.
Correct.
Yeah, so mental well-being is important.
Yeah, I mean, I cannot imagine like for your parents. I mean, I'm a mom myself. Kalau I go through like this with my son, sayang anak, tapi macam mana, you know, like, and then
you cut the line there, how you cut a boundary, and like, hey,
so sedih
because I understand your parents also macam have a soft spot for him, you know, and dia anak my darah daging and stuff like that. Whatever you do, I still think you're a perfect child. I'm still gonna help you, and they are still gonna see that he's gonna change over time, stuff like that. But just sad because when we see from a different point of view, it's just like you need to stop first in order for him to stop, you know. But insyaAllah we doakan so that, you know, things will be permudahkan for your side, you know. May Allah ease all your affairs, and then things might be different for your family lah. And to our listeners also, like, please reach out to any source of help in order for you to, you know, escape from this cycle, you know, because we really want to thank kita two guests sini to just come down to share this experience, and we hope that you can take the goodness of it lah.
So before kita end this episode, we just want to say thank you again to both of you, and
so
also to remind you all again, to all client agent G, kalau you all engage agent G has your nak beli ke atau nak jual, automatically you'll get $1,000 discount from Casa Studio. So what number to call, Nur, if they need their renovation help?
Macam overwhelming gitu. But if you need any form of renovations help ke apa semua, you can head on to Casa Studios and call them at 8286-4746. You can WhatsApp them also lah. And with that, kita will wrap up kita episode, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye, Korangz.